welcome to Junction City today. We're here today with Colleen Love, and she has quite the story about why she went into a profession where she could help people get better. So tell us kind of about your history and what you were able to accomplish through hypnotherapy.
Okay, for years I was a nurse working for a doctor in Salt Lake City. And I got very sick and was having a lot of pain and was sick. And the doctors couldn't really do anything for me. My body was very sensitive, and the medicines, my body didn't like them. And they just told me, there's nothing more we can do for you, so go home and do what you have to do. And I had 5 little kids, and I was in so much pain that I knew I couldn't live, and I had to live to take care of my children. So I had to find a way to get better. So I did whatever came to me. And the first thing that came to me was nutrition and body cleansing and fasting and all those kind of things. And I kept getting better and better, and then I hit a plateau. So I asked God, what do I do next? And I remembered cutting out an article about a hypnotherapist. And the funny thing is, my sister had told me that she was having trouble swallowing, and the doctors had scoped her and couldn't find the problem. And I said, why don't you go to this hypnotherapist that I'd heard about? So she went, and she found out there was something she couldn't swallow. So she did the hypnosis, and it helped her. And so I thought, well, I'm going. So I went, and I realized right then and there that that was the answer, but it was what I was supposed to be doing with the rest of my life.
Really?
So I signed up right then, and have been studying it ever since. And I give it credit for saving my life.
So you're a licensed hypnotherapist?
We're not licensed, we're certified.
Okay, certified hypnotherapist. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm a
And
board certified hypnotherapist.
I think when a lot of people hear hypnotherapist, they think of the stage hypnotist.
Exactly.
And you're going to hypnotize me and make me
Quack
be
like
a
a
duck
duck.
or something like that. Or I'm going to pretend like I'm on fire or something like that. And that doesn't happen, right? That's not what you do.
That's not what I do. Hypnotherapists or hypnotists on the stage are excellent at noticing people who are very suggestible. And they take those people and give them suggestions. And if they accept that suggestion, you can do a wonderful job of quacking like a duck.
I think I can quack like a duck pretty well without being
But
hypnotized.
we use
I've seen it.
hypnotherapy to help people overcome their shadows and their hurts and pains and things that have gone on in their life that's unresolved. And then they can be filled with more light and love.
Well, what are the 3 or 4 most common things that people seek treatment for with you?
Behavior modification. Smoking, of course, is probably top.
Mm-hmm.
Weight loss, behavior modification, overcoming things bad habits and things.
Right. And so when they come to you, do you do sort of an evaluation of where you think the problem is and what's the
Well, I
first
talk
step?
to them, of course, and make notes, but in hypnosis, that's the great thing. We can go right to the cause
Really?
because we can get past the conscious mind. In fact, I'll explain that if you'd like to.
Oh, hey, we've got visual aids here,
Would you like me
folks.
to hold it for you?
Yeah, now how can I get so they can see it and I can write?
There we go.
Let's pretend this is the conscious mind and this is the subconscious mind, all one mind, but different the ways they respond. So we get our programming from peers, environment, parents, teachers, TV,
Yeah.
anyone who should know. And the program begins with a simple thought from one of these. And in the subconscious mind, we have imagination, emotion, and memory. Now, conscious mind function is thinking. It's a thinking organ, likes to do math and rationalize,
Right.
analyze. The subconscious mind does not think. It likes to do for you what it thinks you want. It wants to protect you. Its job is to protect the organism of self.
Wow.
And so when you are fearful to do something and don't do it and you want to, that's the way it's protecting you, keeping you safe.
Wow.
So we can get that programming in. So say somebody here said, you're not good enough.
Right.
And it goes right to the subconscious mind where it reaches the imagination. Imagination amplifies every thought 2,500 times above the original thought. So that's how come you can quack like a duck really
Wow.
well.
Wow, I didn't know
And
that.
then it goes down to the emotion where you feel that, and then down to the memory where that's recorded. Now it has gone through that sequence. You now have a belief in place. I'm not good enough.
Right.
And then everything that comes into your mind after that kind of has to sort to that belief, or it kicks it out. So when it does that, then we have behavior. I'm not good enough.
So how does hypnosis work in this process? Where do you come in?
So I'm happy you asked that. I'll explain that. There's two ways hypnosis works really great. One is that hypnosis is a mental and a physical relaxation. We all go in and out of hypnosis many different times every day, whether we're watching TV, reading a book, listening to TV, or talking or whatever, and going to sleep. They're all different levels. So it's a natural, normal phenomena to go into hypnosis, so there's no danger. Sometimes people ask, what if I don't come out of it?
Yeah.
The problem is the worst thing that would happen to you in hypnosis is that you'd go to sleep. And when you'd rested, you'd wake up.
Really?
Okay, so with hypnosis, when we get the person relaxed, mentally and physically, we relax a doorway into this belief system whereby I can give suggestions that will go into the imagination that, of course, you're good enough. You're created by God. You have 2 legs, 2 arms, whatever. You're good enough to do whatever you want to do. Then it accepts that, and the imagination works on that. And you go through that process, and the behavior changes. Now, what's unique about hypnotherapy is we can take the behavior a person has and go back up through these memory, emotion, imagination, and find out what was going on when that belief took place.
So do some people say, I don't want to be hypnotized and have you asking a bunch of questions because there's some things I don't want you to know. I mean,
okay,
is there a danger
You're
in
in
that?
charge in hypnosis. You can lie, you can cheat, you can do anything you'd normally do. You're in charge. I can't make you do anything you don't want to do. But if you want it and you accept it, then it's marvelous. So when we go back and put in a new belief, of course I'm good enough. Then all the things, life will help you and you'll be good enough.
Right. Is it appropriate and right for everybody? Or are there some people that can't be hypnotized? I mean, I think I'm a pretty tough guy. And There's no way you
A lot of
hypnotize
people
me.
think they can't be hypnotized,
Yeah?
and it's because they've said that I can't be hypnotized, so that's a belief. So we work through that, and then they can. There might be 1 or 2 people who have come that have a difficult time being hypnotized, but for the most part, most of us can.
Right. Have you gone through this, Shanae?
Yes.
Have you done this?
Not with Colleen, but
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Let me tell you a story. I had a woman bring her daughter to me. She kept falling off the balance beam, and she was a good acrobat. But she just kept falling off, and it kept getting worse. So the mother brought her to me, and we did that work and found out that when she was a little baby, the mother put her up on the cupboard and turned her back, and the baby fell. And so that programming is still going on.
Kind of
She's
got in there and
falling.
was stuck. Right. If you're just joining us, this is Colleen Love. She's a hypnotherapist, and we're talking about how you can use hypnotherapy to change your behaviors, especially behaviors that you don't want anymore, like smoking. And
Don't want to change the good ones.
right, exactly. I don't know. Maybe I want to change a good behavior. Maybe I'm too nice, and I.
But she just soared after that in her
right,
gymnastics.
right. So, what's the first step a person needs to take? How do they choose a hypnotherapist? I mean, you open up the yellow pages.
Referrals are always good.
Yeah.
That's how I started, was the yellow pages, but the telephone book, but people don't use the telephone book anymore very much. So there's websites.
I realized that right when I said that. I was like, people right now home are like going, what's the yellow pages? What's this guy talking about? Oh yeah, that's right. He's old. He's talking about a phone book.
You and I go back a ways, huh?
Yeah.
So just be sure they're certified and go visit them and have a free consult and see if you get along and you can work together.
Right. Do you want to provide a phone number for yourself right now? I mean, you got the camera and people are
Yes.
watching, and I imagine almost everyone that's been watching this likes you because you're really likable. And you're the
Well,
kind of
I like
person I would
people.
come to.
My number is 801-295-1682 or 597-3063.
Right.
And I would love to meet anybody and have.
I think you're the first hypnotherapist I've talked to that has a personal story behind this. I've talked to a lot of people that got into it for various reasons, but you have a compelling and true personal story.
Yeah, I love it. That's why I'm in it. I love it.
Right. What else do you want people to know about this?
It's harmless and wonderful.
Harmless and wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're in charge of the session.
Kind of like Janae, harmless and wonderful. She's,
Oh, you're so nice.
she's harmless and wonderful. Not like me, I'm a bad guy.
So
But I can be helped, right?
she's had hypnotherapy from someone else, so she's alive and well.
Right.
It helped me to have a different perspective. So,
Yeah.
and I also had some very faith-filled experiences too. So if you're a faith person, that can come out as well.
You know, and that's kind of funny because people think of faith and hypnotherapy almost on opposite ends of the spectrum.
But you
You know.
find your true self. You find your relationship to God. You find your spirituality
Wow.
here.
This is a pleasure. I mean, talking to you.
Well, thank you. I love
really
talking
is.
to you.
It really is. Yeah. Did we get it covered, Janae? What do you think?
Yes, I think so. I think it's a good way to have good mental health. And if you can have good mental health, then your body's going to be good too.
Right.
Yeah, there's so many ways you can be helped by this. Everything can be helped or added to in hypnosis.
Right. I feel better talking to you. You guys probably out there feel better just watching this. You probably do. Junction City today, our guest has
Yeah,
been.
come and see me and we'll play.
Exactly. Exactly. She can help you. Colleen Love, hypnotherapist right here.
Well, thank you, Craig.
Janae has experience with this. She's we could do a whole show about that. We need to have you back, Colleen.
I'd love it.
And let's talk about something specific.
Thank you very
Okay.
much.
And
Love
thanks
it.
for joining us, folks.